Hello everybody, Ms. Collin here, and we're going to be talking about the greatest common factor today. Okay, so the greatest common factor is also known as the GCF. Okay, when finding the GCF, you are looking for the greatest or the largest number or variable that divides into all given terms. Now remember, with exponents, and when we divide with exponents, we subtract our exponents. Okay, so just remember that. That's something important here. Okay, so first we're just going to talk about how do we find the GCF. All right, so what you're going to do, my greatest recommendation to you, greatest, and its greatest common factor, get it, okay, is you want to take this number and start dividing in your calculator. 39 divided by 1. I mean, you should know that, right? That's 1 and 39. Okay, now 39 divided by 2, we get a decimal. We don't want any decimals. Okay, we want whole numbers. So we do 39 divided by 3. Oh, that gives us 13. Okay, and if we keep trying this out, we do 39 divided by 4, 5, 6, all the way to 13. We will circle again, and it'll be just these 4 numbers. Okay, these are factors. These are called factors, things that we can take this number and divide by and get whole numbers. Okay, so we should kind of know them for 6. We know that 1 times 6 is 6, and 2 times 3 is 6, and that's really it, right? 6 doesn't divide by 4, and 6 doesn't divide by 5 to give us a whole number. All right, now we're looking for the greatest of these common factors. That means the biggest number that is the common factor of both 39 and 6. Well, if we look at this, we have 3 and 3 here. Okay, so our GCF is 3. All right, now these only had 4 each, but if we get to 24 and 28, oh, we got a lot more numbers here. Okay, 24 divided by 1 is 24. 24 divided by 2 is 12. 24 divided by 3 is 8. Okay, 25. Oh my gosh, 24 divided by everything? I think so. Okay, 6. But it does not divide by 5. So we just can stop there. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 6, 8, and it circles back. Okay. All right, 28, same thing. 1, 28. 28 divided by 2 is 14. 28 divided by 3, nope, doesn't work. 28 divided by 4 is 7. And 28 divided by 5, no. 6, no. 7, back here again. Okay, so once you get back to that number, you can stop because you're just going to recircle. Okay, that's why I'm writing it like that, from one end to one end. All right, so I'm going to look for my greatest common factor here. I see a 4 and a 4 here, nothing larger. So my GCF is 4. Okay, so that's just your first step. What is your GCF? Determining that. Now, you don't always have to list these out. Okay, eventually you're just, as you're going through these problems, you're going to kind of, they're going to come more easily to you. All right, so sometimes you might have to though. Okay, so let's see, for 39, well, Ms. Collin, I just did these, right? 3 and 13, okay, and then 1 and 39. Here I have 3 and 10. Oop, I see a GCF there, possibly. I have 5 and 6. I have 1 and 30. I have 15 and 2, right? But eventually you can kind of stop when you're like, okay, I know that 1 and 30 and 1 and 39, those are not greatest common factors, right? My greatest common factor here is this 3. Okay? But, pause. That's not it. I don't just have 39 and 30. I also have variables. Okay? I have a v here and I have a uv here. All right? So we're going to look for what is the term that I have in both of them that I can take out, I like to say. Take out your GCF. Okay, so not only can I take out a 3, but I also have a v in both of these terms. I can take out a v to simplify it the most. Okay, so once we determine that GCF, we are going to take it out and we're going to put it in front. And we're going to say this and is a plus sign here, okay? And we're going to write what we have left in parentheses. Okay, so if I take out a 3 from 39, I'm dividing when you take it out. 39 divided by 3 is 13. Okay, and if I took out a v, guess what? It's no longer there. I don't have one left. Okay, plus over here, if I take out a 3 from 30, I have 10 left. And if I took out a v, all I have left is a u. So the simplified form with my GCF out is 3v times 13 plus tu. That's how we write our GCF. Okay, so let's do another example here. Here we have more variables. Okay, so let's start listing these GCFs here. Let's see, 35, I got 7 and 5. Here I got 7 and 3. Okay, boop, there it is. Okay, that's my common number, my common coefficient, and then here I have n squared and m, and I have m squared and n. Well, I have an n and an m in both terms. I have two n's here, and I only have one over here. So the most I can take out is 1. I can't take out more than I have, right? Okay, it's just like a bank account. Can't go there and say, hey, I'll actually have n squared in my money. That'd be nice. Sadly, it doesn't work that way, okay? So I only have 1 m here and 2 here, so I can only take out 1 m. Okay, so when I take that out, I'm going to write 7nm in front. And I'm going to write what I have left in parentheses. Okay, so 35 divided by 7 is 5. If I took out 1n, I still have 1 left. And if I took out 1m, they're gone. I have no m's left. Plus, I took out 7 from 21, so 21 divided by 7 is 3. I took out 1m, so I still have 1 left. And I took out 1n, so I don't have any left there. Okay, so my simplified version is 7nm times 5n plus 3m. Okay, so we're going to keep going here. We're going to go to G. Let's take a look at G here. All right, and 24 and 16. Now this is one that a common mistake can happen. So I'm actually going to show you the common mistake first. Some people might do this and say, okay, 4 times 6, 4 times 4. Oh, my GCF is 4. Okay, so if we did that, and we took out 4, let's just look at the coefficient for right now. We would have 6 minus 4 in here, okay? And if we look at those, we should know, wait, I can divide both of these by 2 still. So that means I didn't take out the GCF. So be careful. Okay, we want the greatest common factor. All right, so if we come back here, yeah, 4 times 6 and yeah, 4 times 4 works. Okay, but what else are factors? Well, 8 and 2 is also a factor. And guess what? 8 times 3 is also factors here. So my GCF is actually 8. Okay, not just 8 though, more, but my coefficient's 8. Okay, now let's take a look at the variables. I have 6 A's here and 5 here, which means I can take out all 5. Okay, take out as many as you can. I have 2 B's here and I have 7 here. That means I can only take out 2. Can't take out more than I have. Here I have 1 C and 3 C's, so I can take out 1. You can take out your least amount. All right, so I'm going to write this all in front here. I can take out 8a to the 5th, b squared, and c. And what do I have left? Well, 24 divided by 8 is 3. If I took out 5 a's, I have 1 left. If I took out all b squared, they're all gone, and all my c's gone here too. Okay, 16 divided by 8 is 2. I took out all 5 a's, none left. I took out 2, so I still have 5 b's. And I only took out 1 c, so I still have 2 left here. And that is it. That is my simplified form with my GCF out front. All right. Write any questions that you have down here that you can answer in our forum, or that you can write down in our forum and I'll answer them, okay? Any questions that you still have, but please turn the page because I'm going to do the evens with you on this page and you're going to do the odds, okay? Hopefully after that, maybe you feel a little bit better about GCF. So I already did number 2. All right, because my GCF here is pretty easy because first off with my variables, I only have a variable here, which means I'm going to have no variables to take out. All right, with my coefficients, I have a 5, and the only factors for 5 are 5 and 1, which means I know it either has to be 5 or 1. It's 5, right? 5 times 2 is 10. So I take that out front. I'm left with x cubed minus 2. Okay, that one should be pretty simple. You took out the 5. All you have left here is x cubed. 10 divided by 5 is 2. All right, so we're going to kind of come here and do the same thing. All right, I have 5 and 2 for 10, and 10 and 1. And then here I have 5 and 3, and 15 and 1. So that means my GCF once again is 5. Okay, not just 5 though. Now I have to look at my variables. I have 3 C's here, and I have 1 here, which means I can only take out 1. I have d squared here and d cubed here, which means I can only take out 2. Okay, take out as many as you can. I have 2, so let's take them all out. Okay, because I can take 2 away from here. So, what do I have left? Well, 10 divided by 5 is 2. If I have 1 c taken away here, I'm going to have 2 left in this first term. I took away d squared, so I have none left there. Minus 15 divided by 5 is 3. I took away a c, so that goes away. Take away d squared, so I have 1d left. And that is my simplified version. Okay. Let's keep going here. In the next one, we have 3 terms. Okay, now this is also a very common mistake. People want to say, okay, Miss Collin, 3y, let's take out 3y. Oh, squared, I have 4 here. Hey, guess what though, guys? We have none here. There are no y's here, which means we cannot take out any. Okay, so another hint is when you're looking at these problems is when we have a small number like this, 3 and 1 are my only options, right? So you kind of want to check, okay, did these all divide by 3? Yep, they do, which means my GCF is 3. Okay, like I said, I can't take out a y, so I'm just going to take out that 3. When I do that, I took that out here, so I'm left with y to the 4th. 9 divided by 3 is 3, and I have that y squared there still. And 15 divided by 3 is 5, but it's going to be minus 5 because it's minus 15. And that's it. My 3 is out in front there, my GCF, and everything else is simplified in the parentheses. Okay, let's keep moving and grooving here. Here I have a w in both terms, so I know I'm going to be able to take out a w. And once again, 7 and 1. That's my only options here, so let's check for 7 here. What's 35 divided by 7? That's 5. That means my GCF is 7. And I have 5 w's here and 2 here. That means I can take out 2. I'm going to write what I have left. Well, I took out 7, and I took out 2 w's, so I have 1, and then I have w to the 3rd. I took away 2, okay? And then here, 35 divided by 7 is 5, and I took away w squared, so I have no w's left there. Okay, so I have 7 w squared times w cubed minus 5. Okay, let's keep going here. Now, notice in this next one, you have a negative and a negative. Okay, so it's kind of like a -1, right? It's kind of yucky. We're gonna want to take that out. But first, let's start thinking of some common terms here, okay? 32 divided by 2, that's 16. 24 divided by 2, that's 12. Can we go higher? Let's see. 32 divided by 4, that's 8. And 24 divided by 4, that's 6. Okay, what else? Let's see, 32 divided by 6. No. Okay. We kind of skipped one here with 24, right? We have 24 divided by 3, that's 8. Okay, so my GCF here, I'm about to circle around here, is just 8. Okay, but it's not just 8, right? I have a negative and a negative. I want to take out that negative, and I want to take out 8. I want to get rid of that negative. Also, I have a y squared here and a y here. So I'm going to want to take out one y. I can't take out 2 because I only have 1 in this term. You can't take out more than you have. Negative 32 divided by negative 8 gives me a positive 4. Okay, and I still have one y left here. And then I have a positive 3. 24 divided by negative 24 divided by negative 8 is positive 3. And my y is gone because I took it out. All right, last one here. All right, let's be careful. Because we have A, B, C, but here we only have an A and a C, and here we only have an A and a B. Right, now once again, my not trick, but something to look for is when you have a small number like negative 4, okay, my greatest common factor of 4 is 4 and 1, right? So 4. So you want to see, does this divide by 4? Yep, it's 4 and 3, 4 and 4, 4 and 1, 4 and 2, and 4 and 4. So my greatest one here is 4. Miss Cullen, could we do 2 and 2? Yeah, but guess what? They all divide by 2, but that's not greater than 4. We want the greatest one. So we're going to take out a 4. Okay, now our variables here get a little tricky. You want to ask yourself, do you have an A in each term? Remember, terms are separated by addition and subtraction. Yes, we do. But the lowest one we have is we just have 1 here. So the most we can take out is 1. Okay, then you're going to ask yourself, do you have a B in each term? No, we do not. Do we have a C in each term? No, we do not, which means we cannot take it out. Okay, so I'm just going to take out 4A and see what happens. Well, 12 divided by 4 is 3. I took out one of my A's, so I have A cubed, B cubed, C squared. I'm just rewriting that. It's all still there. Minus, I took out a 4, and I took out an A, so I have A squared. And I still have the B and the C squared. Plus, okay, 8 divided by 4 is 2. And I took out an A, so I have one A left, and I have a C left. And lastly, I took out a 4, I took out an A, so I just have a B left here. And that is it. Okay, my GCF is 4A, and that's what I have left. Okay, so if you turn the page, this actually shows you how to check your work. Okay, this is the factored form. This means we took out a GCF of 4 here. All right, so how we check this, like how we would check this on the previous page, is we'd say, okay, well, if we distributed this back in, would we get our original answer? If so, yep, we did it right. Okay, so that's what you're doing on your next page here. You're going to actually multiply in simplified format. So we're going to multiply it back and we're going to distribute it. So this would be 4x plus 12. Okay, here they want the factored version. Well, what can I take out of both of these? I can take out a 7, right? Okay, so when I take out a 7, I have x minus 2. How do I check that, Miss Cullen? How do I know that's right? Well, 7x minus 14. Uh-oh, it's not right. What did we do wrong? Okay, well, when we took out a 7, what do we have left here? We still have a 3. So this is how you check it. This is a great example of you looking at this and saying, I must have done something wrong. I should get 21x. Now if I do it, I have 7 times 3x. Yep, that's 21x minus 14. That's what I was missing. That's what I did wrong. Okay, so this is a great worksheet on how to go back and forth and check your work. Okay, here you're just distributing, whereas here you're factoring. Okay, so here I can take out a 4 and an x, and I have x plus 3 left. Check your work, distribute it out. Let's see, that's 4x squared plus 12x. Yep, I did it right. All right, I hope this helps, and if you guys have any questions, please post them on the page. Thank you.